Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Moose and Shrimp podcast. I know it's been a few weeks, probably longer than that.
Yeah, it feels like forever now.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff going on. I mean, especially with me, I'll go first, but I'm happy to say that I'm officially off FTO, so I passed as of last week. So now all my buddies in law enforcement, or I think I was even telling you, like even like when you're in basic training, like anybody in the military and law enforcement, when you're doing a training, there's like so much stress on top of you're being watched. You got to do it a certain way, and that's your livelihood. You got to pass that in order to to move forward.
Yeah, well, basic training, shit, you don't pass, they recycle you and you start over with another company.
Was there any times like when you're in there and you're like, I'm not doing too good on this. I think they're gonna fail me. Or did you have any like doubt in there when you're doing it?
No, but it's always in the back of your mind, like you said. It's like, shit, man, if you don't, and pretty much when you sign that paper, Uncle Sam got you, and you're there. So if you don't pass, you're fucked.
And I was telling Tony the other when we met up, I was saying, like in the back of my head, I'm sure you too, like in your head, like with our mentality, it's like, I know I'm going to pass. I know I'm going to do good, but, nothing's ever 100%. And, like, with me, I knew I was doing good. Everything was good. The only issue I had was navigation because I'm not from Tulare. Mm-hmm. And, they throw you somewhere and it's like, hey, go find this address. And I liked it. The thing I liked about it was I got to experience the new style of FTO, but also the old school style of FTO. Because the one guy I did have, he's been there for the second guy I had. He was there for about 20 years. So he's like, "Do you know where that street's at?" I was like, "No."
Sure.
I was like, "Kinda."
Make it, make it.
I was like, "Kinda." And he's all, "Get your map out." So I get this freaking old school map, 4 different folds out. So I'm looking, and I guess the easiest thing on it was you find the street name. On the bottom it had the index, and you find the street name, and it's like the grid's like A to Z, and then 1 to 10 or something, and you find it in between there. So,
I had a story on that too because it's similar. When I was in the military, I was First Sergeant handpicked me to be his driver, and in other scenarios when you're in a line platoon, you're going into the field. You're just in back of a big old LMTV, which is a big old. The big old military vehicles, you see them, and it has the...
was it like the one...
It has the tarps over it.
So the one who people are familiar with, Rambo, First Blood?
Yeah,
the one
yes,
that big. What kind of gun was that?
It was like the Mark 19, the big 50 cal.
Yeah, so it's one of those.
Yeah, so it's one of those. So you're you're in the back, and you're just sitting there, and then when they stop, they tell you get off, so you don't really know where you're at. So just like you said, he's all, did you know where that street is? And you're like, maybe, I don't know. And
what do you think?
Yeah, and so First Sergeant says, hey, let's go to Hines Range, or let's go to Red Lion, or let's go to any range or anywhere. And he's the First Sergeant, so he knows exactly where this is at. So I get in the Humvee, I start going, and I don't know where the fuck I'm going the first time. And he's like, right here, and then... he's like, you got it from here? I was like, yeah. And then I'm going, then I turned the wrong way. He's like, we're going this? And I was like, oh, shit. But yeah.
I thought you were talking about the other one.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's exactly what I was. I thought we were going this one. So no, but.
There was one time when we were coming from the hospital in Tulare, and I was going southbound, and a call came out. I forgot what the circumstances were, but they said some street. And it was like the 1,000 block somewhere. So I was in the vicinity, and as I was going, and I look up, and I just happened to see the street name, and I turn in, but like make it real casual. I turn in, and I go, my call sign's 40. I'm in the area checking, and then so I'm like, like I know I'm doing, and then he's like, you know where that was at? I was like,
fuck yeah, I do.
I was truthful. I was like, no, I just happened to look up, and I seen the sign. He's all. Still impressive. yeah, but to go back, just being able to I'm in my own vehicle now. I don't have someone next to me and kind of critiquing everything I do. It's just a better feeling because then even that too relieves stress from you. being able to do your own thing the way you do it, and not have to worry about. Because even when someone's with you, I'm going to a call and it's like, do I park here? Do I park there? Is it, every little thing you do, you're kind of worried about what they're gonna say about it. So, but it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was it's definitely an experience, but I didn't want to go through it again. Everybody was really cool, but it's just once you're done with it, you're done with it, and everybody in law enforcement knows the FTO program. Anyone you're in it, it sucks because you're just there and having somebody with you. But there was that. So now, but I was just gonna say on that, I got a set schedule. So now we're gonna try to get back on track, and we're gonna try to knock them out once a week, and so yeah. But I'm gonna. And we'll try. Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna do We'll do more workout videos as well. Mm-hmm. Just get them out there so people could see. But I'm gonna go light this celebratory cigar. Okay. All right. And then another thing before we get kind of far from the beginning, we're working on an intro, and one idea I had was. It was more for kind of jokey, fun, something funny, different, real different. So there's a lot of homeless people around where we live. So I was thinking about coming up with a couple lines, what to say, like "Welcome to the Moose and Shrimp Podcast," "Stay tuned," or something catchy. And I was gonna pay one of the homeless people to I'm gonna record them and then have their voice and video, and then have them say that and. It's just something different, something kind of cool. I think, anyways. Yeah, well, remember back in the day? I think it was early 2000. Remember they had those bump fights? Oh yeah. They kind of they paid them, but they were doing a little bit more. But I think it'd be pretty cool, like if you're paying them. Yeah. And I mean, it's not degrading or nothing. They're just all they're saying is a line. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's a unique idea. Something. And they might enjoy it as well. Yeah. There was that one guy. He got like internet famous. He had I want to say it was from Florida, but he had he had like a talk show or what is it called? Talk radio voice. And he was standing right there. Yeah, and they paid him, and he would do do the voices, and he would just like say their name and just do little things here and there for them. So it was pretty cool. Hola. Yeah. Oh, and then we still got to make up that 4x4 by 48 challenge. Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do, we're working out the kinks right now. But I think we're gonna do it this Friday morning, going into Saturday, finishing Sunday morning. So we'll probably have an ice chest in the garage, and then it's set up shop. We have a cot, and if it's up to my brother, if he wants to stay here the whole 48 hours. No, I think what I'm gonna do, because I get out of work Friday morning, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it there. I'm gonna nap, and then I'll do Friday night rolling to Saturday there, and then Friday night rolling to Saturday there, and then I'll come here like Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning around there, depending on what time. Oh, so we're not running together? Well, not initially, I don't think. Okay. But I think we'll go. I'll do mine. Yeah, start out on our own and then finish it together. Mm-hmm. Something like that. Yeah, do it easier. That sounds fun. But also too, we went to hung out with our buddies. Was it Friday night? Yeah, Friday night was pretty cool. I think the last time we all got together, well, we really all didn't get together. We were waiting on Daniel, Danette. Yeah. So if you're listening down to your shit together, just go out and hang out. Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta let him hang, Daniel, but to a certain extent. On the flip side of that, when you do get to go out, you can't go to the extent where you're blackout drunk with strippers slapping your stomach with Hershey's chocolate on it. So. You gotta find a happy medium. Yeah. More on that later, but let's confirm with Dan it's all right first. We might have let off a little bit too more than we should have, but But anyways, and then
allegedly.
Yeah. What was that book by OJ? If I Did It?
Yeah.
if I was slapped by pink belly by strippers. Yeah. But that place. So we went to Stacked in Visalia. Who would have known that a burger shop like that would have been popping so much, dude? We got there and because
the younger generation might not know what popping means.
Lit. It was lit. It was hyphy. What's the new word? Crunk? Is Crunk still in?
No, that died. I think. Yeah,
that died in 06?
Yeah, I was Lil Jon.
Anyways, it was busy, but yeah. So with that spot there, they have the you're dining in the front, then in the back.
Dining.
They have a bar area in the back, and that thing was off the chain, man. People were just coming in and out, and all walks of life too. You old, young.
Yeah,
you're getting it.
And it's all right there on Main Street. Main Street always, well, I guess with the circumstances as well, everything's opening up, so every little shop's gonna be pretty packed these days.
Especially right now too, I think, because it's so fresh that everyone's coming out. But yeah, it was a good time. We got to do it again. But Daniel, you need to get out there so we could get everybody together. So,
yeah.
But leading up to that, so we almost didn't make it there. You want to touch on that?
Well, that was going back how you were saying on FTO, people watching you and don't know how to, and you don't know where to park. So driving to, my brother was gonna drive. So driving to my brother's house, I was already in my mindset where I just shut down all motor skills. I was just gonna kick back in the passenger seat for about a good 45 minutes, and I get there. He says you're driving, so then I had to. It's like those big ships with the coal people, and they're throwing the coal on the fire trying to get it going. So I was trying to get my motors going again, and we're about a block away. And
well, first off, I tell him we're from Porterville. I said let's go to Visalia. This guy's taking routes like if we have a stolen vehicle or something. We're in the back roads, we're in the orchard field. I said, why don't you take the goddamn freeway down all the way to Visalia? But
like in my defense, like I said, my motor skills were down.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we took the scenic route, and we're about a block away. It was a green light, so you could go on green, but if you're turning, you have to yield. And I was gonna turn, and this lady she would have broadsided.
I would have been jacked up. It would have been a T-bone, Bubba. Yeah.
No, because we probably wouldn't have got that far, because she would have hit us almost head on nearly.
I would have took the most damage.
Yeah.
Well, but anywho,
we made it.
Yeah.
We recharged.
I didn't know you weren't. I didn't know you weren't ready for a Prius. I didn't know that. He didn't. I was under the impression he could have drove it, but
yeah. It was just a long day that day.
Whatever excuse you want to use. Everyone wants to talk shit about until you get behind the wheel.
That's a cool car.
Yeah. But so we got in there and I tried the vegan burger. So a little bit of backstory about that is I saw that
documentary.
I'm sure some people saw it too. The Seaspiracy, and then I think addition to that was Cowspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't seen it, it's a good watch, but
it's an eye opener to see a lot of stuff that we don't see in our everyday life that we realize what we're doing.
And I mean, really too, you go order something and you all you see is the burger, and then you don't see like everything leading up to it, or you go, ceviche or whatever it may be.
What's the translation for ceviche?
It's like seafood or like the seafood tostada. Yeah, shrimp cocktail. You don't see everything else leading up to that, but. And then too, I think what helped it what made it, because as of right now, I'm going on 3 weeks just vegetarian diet. I think later on, as I educate myself more, I might lean towards the vegan diet. But as of right now, I wouldn't say I wanted to go vegan just because I don't know too much about it. Like I know a little bit, but as far as shopping and all that, I don't know much about it. But I just know, vegetarian diet, you're not eating meat. So I'm not eating meat for we'll see how long. But like I was telling my brother, really, if you go to like you pick 10 people and let's say okay, let's go to this restaurant, and if the people been there already to the restaurant, you're gonna get the same goddamn thing you got 100 times before.
Give me the usual.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I like it on the sense that you're gonna go if you go to a restaurant, you go out to eat, you're gonna be able to broaden your horizon on what you could eat. Let's try something different, go a different route. Yeah. So the only thing was, well, like sometimes I see these things and I'm like all in, like I just jump into it, but I don't see much negatives. I don't see a lot of negatives behind it, but I'm open minded. If someone like if I see a doctor, if I see someone that knows like certain facts like about this diet, they say, oh well, the amount of running you do or the workouts you do, it probably is not going to help you or benefit you somehow, then I'd probably take that in consideration and switch it up. But yeah, I don't know. We'll try it out, see how long that's going to last. But I'm going to go from there. But I feel good. I did, like I said, 3 weeks, and then I did 9 miles the other day, and
nice.
I felt fine. The only thing that I need to adjust now is back when it was cooler, I could do about 10 to 13. Without having water, but now that it's getting cooler, I might have to take something with me until I figure it out. But I did 9 and I was fine, and it was about 87, 90, so
that's not bad.
Not too bad. But the other thing, I don't know, because just like to keep it like up to date stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff going on, all these shootings, and like something that popped in my head was like quick decisions, like split second decisions. And so I ran into a scenario a couple weeks ago. So a little bit of content behind it was the backstory was there was a guy, he was walking in and out of traffic. And so I get to the area where they told us to go. And so I got there and I see the guy, and he's like, if you've seen anybody if you've seen someone who's drunk before, there's telltale signs, or they're stumbling, they have that, that 1,000-yard stare, they're looking at you. There's something, you could tell something's up with them. So I got there, and I pulled up, lights, everything, gave him commands to come. I gave him commands to come, and he like looks at me, and he does like that 1,000-yard stare on me. Like, okay, he's probably hammered. So after I call him, he acknowledges, and then he turns away. So then I keep going. And at this point, I don't
got time for that.
I don't know if I'm doing a visual check. He has basketball shorts on, t-shirts. I'm doing a visual check. I don't really know what he has on him. So as I get closer, I said, "Come here. I'm gonna search you. Do a pat-down search for any weapons." So as he's coming towards me, he puts both his hands behind his back, and then turns away from me. So I'm cool with that because I see where his hands are.
Yeah.
So I grab his hands, and then as I go, I'm gonna go to the waistband first. So as I go to the waistband, he pulls his right shoulder away, and like pulls his right hand comes free, but I'm still holding his left. So I tell him I said, "Stop. Put your arm back." And as I'm reaching for the arm, he continues to try to pull forward. So at that point, and this is all like a matter of like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So at that point, I have to make a decision. Like if he pulls away he has his right arm's away from me. So I don't know if he's going for a gun or what he's reaching for. Yeah. Or if he's trying to get away. I don't know any of these things. So at that point, Coach Conley, muscle memory comes in.
Joe Conley, shout out, Exeter High School.
So his left arm's already tucked, so he's fucked on that spot. So I just completely wrap my left arm around his waist, and then pull him in like lifted him up, and then slammed him down, and yeah, he got hit pretty good, and he was down, but we cuffed him and everything. He was good to go. But I was saying that to say that was like within seconds, split second decisions, and like these guys who have to. I mean, hopefully I don't have to ever run in that situation, but it is a possibility. It's crazy to think, like you gotta decide right then and there, you're gonna shoot this guy. If you're not gonna shoot him, is that a gun? Is it not a gun? Is it a knife? What's he doing?
Yeah, you gotta be 1,000% sure.
Yeah, because you're gonna and then on top of that, like even if you're right, you're gonna get crucified either way. Cause you killed somebody's son, daughter, whoever it may be.
And that's what I was telling my wife. Like my brother, he's a prime example of I'd say a perfect police officer, because the hiring system in the law enforcement community is kind of jacked up. So they want you to have a perfect background, pretty much. They don't want you to have any tickets, any run-ins with the cops. But that's what gives the police officer that character where you could go up to somebody. You've been in a street fight. You've been in confrontations way before you're in law enforcement. So you know how to react. You know how to de-escalate it, or you know how to just handle yourself. And you run into people that never been in a situation like that. They're quick to pull taser out, pepper spray, or even a gun. Wow. And that's what happens. But you'd rather go hands-on and handle the situation in the way you're going to handle it than how some other people do and freaking kill people for no reason.
And I had the exact same conversation with Kay. I was telling her, for example, like if you get a like same scenario, and here's the thing, I'm not saying that I'm this big old fucking tough macho guy, I kick anybody's ass, nothing like that. I'm I'm confident in myself, and I know what I'm capable of. But what I'm saying is like somebody else who hasn't been in a couple fights, who's not in physical shape, and you're younger and you're not used to. Oh shit! I told him to do this, and he's not doing it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What do I do now? Like I think a younger officer might pull your taser, and then now you're tasing somebody, and now you're opening a door.
You just took it to that level.
And you're opening a door for more use of force, because now you just tase them, and let's say nothing happens. He's like, now the table says, oh shit.
And you can't call it off. You already went to that level, so you have to handcuff him. You have to take him in. Yeah. So he's not going to walk away. You already know that. He has to go back to that cop car, and you have to put him there.
And then what happens now? You tase him, it didn't work, and now he's like, oh shit, I'm pissed off now. I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
Well, the use of force you're probably going to use, because you didn't use your baton first, you used your taser. You're probably going to go to lethal force, and you're probably going to shoot that guy. But yeah, I think I agree with you on the hiring process. But also on the flip side of that, I also seen some guys fresh out of their mom's house, dad's house, and do pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not saying every single person. I'm just saying the majority.
Yeah, but it's tough, dude. And just like the guy, I haven't been following it all that much. I did see the video of the girl, I think it was Michaela something. She was going to stab the other girl with a knife, and then she had got shot. I watched it a few times. I looked at it. It looks like a good shoot to me. I think it's a good shoot. The thing I was more upset about was the father was right there, and his daughter was shooting. His daughter had just got shot, but prior to that, his daughter was fighting a girl. And anybody in their right mind, my daughter's fighting, I'm going to pull my daughter. Get back, dude. What are you doing? Like, talk it out. Figure it out. But what if you watch the video? What he had done was because there was two girls that were involved in the fight. So the first girl, I think I don't know if she got stabbed or not, but she fell down. So at that point, cop arrives. That girl, first girl falls down, and the dad goes to try to kick her in the face.
God damn.
Misses, and then that's when the daughter attacks the other girl with the knife, and then she gets shot. I don't know, but I mean, like I said, we kind of went off, but I was just saying, like, the split-second decisions, hopefully I don't have to, but I think, if you do it, it's crazy how quick it happened, and you just go back to like what you were trained, like muscle memory, like I said. And it's funny too because remember in the academy, like they teach you, okay, so you're gonna come up, you're gonna grab his wrist, you're gonna turn it, you're gonna do this and that, and it's like when you're in the shit, you're in the shit.
Yeah.
you're gonna use
it's like, oh, okay, that kind of worked. Let me see if it works in real life.
Yeah, you know? Pop him in the fucking nose and see if it worked. But yeah, dude, it's definitely crazy out there. And when I was talking to Kay, I was telling her like, there's a very high percentage of officers that are doing their job correctly, and there's a couple, there's always a couple bad apples.
Yeah.
But I said, even if you don't believe, you think they're doing something incorrect, they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, that doesn't justify you not following their commands.
Yeah.
If you want to file a complaint afterwards, if you want to record, you're recording. If they should have body cams on, they're recording. They should be recording. Take it up after the fact. Don't try to argue your case right then and there. Just do what the officer says. Follow protocol, how they tell you, and just go along with your day and then figure it out from there what you're gonna do. But I don't know. But it was pretty. I mean,
can we talk about the special forces guy? Maybe.
No. I'd rather not. But
all right.
Have you guys ran? I don't know if I asked you, but speaking of that, it's while you and your buddies were like in Kentucky and doing your trains, have you guys ever ran a like legitimate stolen valors?
No. Well, there was some homeless people, but they would just buy the uniforms. Mm-hmm. But in one occasion, I seen a guy whole uniform, but he was obviously wasn't in the military.
No, fake.
Yeah.
But how can you see him and how can you say, oh, he's fake?
Because he had his uniform on, no name tapes. He had Go Fasters on, no PC or
For us civilians, what are Go Fasters?
Running shoes. Oh. And he had, unless he had a profile, but no. And he had a cap on. He had nothing. You could just tell, right? Like no patches or anything. Unit patches.
So like people in the military, you see some guy and like right off the bat, oh, this guy's. He's fucked up because of all this stuff, all those things you just named. You can see it. No. Yeah. But you never ran into anybody like say like they're already messed up like that, and like well I did 10 years this.
Well, I won't say his name, but I had a buddy. He was a kid, like he was like 21, 22. He was in the army, but he would say he'd go pick up girls. Like he would say. He'd be telling us the stories on Monday mornings. He would tell them the girls that he was in the military. He'd say he's like a sergeant or a staff sergeant, and then he would really be like a PFC or something. He'd say he went to Iraq, Afghanistan, Purple Hearts, and he would use that line to pick up girls. But
did I mention Purple Heart?
Yeah, he would do that. Yeah, he would do that kind of stuff. Yeah, he was a cool guy though. But besides that,
besides him being full of shit,
yeah.
What else you got?
Okay, so on Monday, was it this past Monday? Yeah, Monday. It was my wife's 7-year anniversary, so I did a little post on Facebook, and I put like something about the Lord and stuff like that.
Hashtag Lord.
Just let Jesus take the wheel. So we did a little bit something on Sunday, then we went out on Monday, went to go eat, and just hang out, talk, reminisce, just talk about the future and stuff. And we went to Visalia, so we're going north on Mooney Boulevard. We're already by the Visalia Mall. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go to that Cold Stone because I remember Arthur, shout out to Arthur, he took me there, when I was like 19 or 18 or 19, I was young. And he bought me some Cold Stone. That place was freaking good, so I was like, let's go there. So I turned, it's in the opposite direction, so I turned all the way around to go there. And we're walking in, or we're in the car still, and I look to the left, I see a lady, and she looks very familiar. And it turns out it's my brother-in-law's sister. And then her husband is married to the pastor that married me and my wife. And so I get out and I walk out and I was like, oh shit! I was like, that's Pastor Jonathan. And he's like, you look familiar. I was like, you're the one that married us. It's 7 years ago on that day. I haven't seen him in 7 years, and that day I had been to see him. I was like, what the hell? And it was just nuts.
That's
crazy.
like,
We were talking about it for freaking 30 minutes. It just blew my mind and her mind. And then we're coming home, and we were by the golf course, River Island, and we had that Sirius Satellite radio, so we're just, I think it's like 90s hip hop or something like that, or 80s.
Grunge?
No. And I don't know if you're familiar with Tony Tone Tone. He sings that one song, Feels Good.
Oh, well, from Rick and Morty?
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sings that song, Tony Tone Tone. And he sings that one song, It's Your Anniversary. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was the same day, too. I'm like, oh, man, someone's watching over us. I never felt that. Like I had goosebumps, my hair was standing up. It was a crazy day.
That's trippy. It's serendipitous.
Yeah, it was more than that. I don't know. Leave in the comments, is there anything above serendipitous?
Super serendipitous? Serendipitous to the max.
What's above it?
I think you'd have to have the trifecta there. That'd be like a third thing.
It's a coincidence. The big coincidence. There's no levels. It's a coincidence. There are levels.
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Seinfeld reference.
Yeah. Office. Anything else?
Kong. Anyone seen Kong versus Godzilla?
I'm sure a lot of people have.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
Came out Friday.
Shout out to Mark. Gave us the HBO Max. Yeah, it was a good movie. Pretty cool.
We're gonna watch the Mortal Kombat tonight. Oh, we were just talking about it too. I think Art and Jose was in the mix too, Tony. But remember, we'd go over to Martin's, and it would go in the room, and everybody would get a turn, and we'd all play the Mortal Kombat. So you climb the rock.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling
that was Sega, wasn't it?
What did I say? Yeah, Sega. Yeah. Sega Genesis.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And but I was telling my brother-in-law, I was like, I remember like the first 2 tiers you could do that leg sweep.
Let's go.
Yeah, and he would come closer and do the leg sweep, but then as you got farther up, the difficulty got just raised a little bit more, and then they were jumping up and like kicking you in the head and shit.
It's funny because on the movie, it's not a spoiler or nothing, because you said that.
Spoiler in 3, 2, 1.
In the Liu Kang's their training, and he keeps doing that move, and then the guy's like, "Is that all you know?" And then he jumps up and he does it again. Yeah, it's funny though. It's in the movie. Yeah. But yeah, there's that meme too. It has a screenshot of that Mortal Kombat that you're just talking about, the one on Sega, because it's from the graphics, and it says, if you didn't play this, you can't judge this, and it has the new Mortal Kombat. I was like, fuck yeah.
Dude, I don't even remember getting up to. Cause remember that Gordo?
Yeah, he was the. I don't think I never got. We didn't. I don't remember ever seeing anyone get up there when we were playing.
Didn't he was the one with like didn't he have like the half a horse?
He was the one with all the arms.
But remember, wasn't there one with the horse? Or am I thinking something else? The one we used to play at Cody's, and then remember it had the cement. So in the graphics,
yeah,
had the cement
and then it had
strip.
the pictures, and you go up.
No. I'm talking about like with the fight scene. They had the cement strip, and then on each side they had the like the acid. So when you lost, then you do the finisher, the uppercut or something. They go land in the acid.
I don't remember that.
I remember that. I remember
that character you're talking about.
Yeah, there was a horse guy. I want to say there was a horse dude.
There's an actual name for that. I don't know the name though.
Pegasus.
Centaur, something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, good movie.
Yeah, we'll check it out. But well,
Avocado War. You see that?
I saw a little bit of it, dude. I've been going off. So once I started that Seaspiracy, and there was another one, the Cowspiracy. I started going off on like this rabbit hole, but because I guess if you watch something on Netflix and it says
you might like this because you watch
yeah,
this.
exactly. So I watched a little bit of it, but then the girls got up and they weren't digging it. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. I didn't know how much money was in there behind avocados. Dude.
Yeah,
a lot of money, man.
People getting kidnapped,
killed.
Yeah.
So I stopped at this part where that family was going to the avocado farm and they were cleaning up and over there and stuff. And then I think right at that point they were talking about there was death threats and stuff from there.
Oh, I stopped way earlier than that.
Okay.
I stopped when the guy he retired and bought the avocado farm by the beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's trippy.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever there's money involved, I mean, it probably gets shady. But yeah. So I think now that we, like I said, now that we're on a set schedule, I think both of us we're gonna start doing it on Sundays again. I don't know about Sunday morning though, cause I feel like I'm kind of waking up still.
Yeah.
I need to get jazzed up. Like even today, I feel a little off, but like for talking shit about fucking Art and Martin, I took a nap today. How the fuck they taking a nap? Where they find time to take a nap?
Yeah.
And I was laying there and we're watching. The girls were watching a movie. I passed out for like 45 minutes, dude. But,
yeah, you gotta hit those naps sometimes.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. But but I think if anything, probably
maybe even like on a Friday or Saturday night. Like if we're not doing something, like if we don't have nothing planned, we could even do that, like a Saturday night or Friday night.
Well, yeah. What I'm trying to do is on Fridays, I'm trying to stay up. I'm gonna take a little nap, but try to stay up because every time I sleep, I can't sleep at night.
Oh yeah.
I begin up like at 2 in the morning, dude.
Yep.
But H money.
What other? Are we talking about the Daniel party?
What?
The party, Daniel Clutch.
You talk whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Since we were talking about Daniel earlier, we got one story for him.
We'll end with a positive note.
So Daniel, he was like the grunt. So just to give you a little backstory, he was the grunt, man. So it was mainly Arthur and Marian that would they would always they would pull some girls, but it would always be a stipulation to it. So they'd always have that friend that nobody wants to get with, or
I'm not drunk enough.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. Daniel was always the first one to step up to the plate. He didn't give a fuck. And so we're having this was in Dogtown. We're having a party, and basic high schoolish. I think we were you were senior
year, yeah.
Senior year, and we were having a party. We had
house party.
Yeah, it's a house party. So there was a lot of people. Every party we had, it was probably about, I'd say easy about 60 at the minimum.
Yeah. If
not more. And we're dancing, we're having a good time, BSing. And at one point, we had this older guy, Pio. And
he was like that creepy fucking older guy that was kind of just seeing what was going on.
Yeah, he'd always show up, and he'd hear a party, he'd always show up no matter what. And then he was always trying to pick up girls. And he had this old Ranger. It was like a 94 Ranger, and it was a standard stick shift. And so Daniel's hollering at this girl, talking, and she wants to ride home. So in Daniel's mind, he's all right. I'll get some alone time with her, and
ask cash for grass.
I'll seal the deal by the end of the ride.
Is that like a unspoken rule? Like ask cash for grass?
I think it's up to the driver to bring it up.
Oh, so there has to be a disclaimer.
Yeah, it's like one of those ones. Like if it's not brought up, then then it's whatever.
Yeah, it's pro bono.
Yeah, there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
So Daniel takes this girl home, and he's doing the moves. He's talking smooth talk, I guess. And by the time he gets to the house, he's trying to seal the deal, like I said, and it ain't happening. So he's like, shit, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna get back to the party, see what other potential shots I have.
Strike one.
Yeah. The night's still young. And little do you know that another plan for him. So he's headed back. He's coming up to a stop sign. And he's coming up to his turn. And he's probably about 50 yards from it. He's in fifth gear, going about 60 miles an hour. He's a little intoxicated.
In his defense, I think Fast and Furious was still young.
Yes.
It just came out, so we all thought we were Vin Diesel or Paul Walker.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So everyone that had a standard car, they were Fast and Furious. So he's hauling ass, and then he throws in the first gear, downshifts all the way from fifth to first, going 50. Let's go the clutch. Boom! Blows the clutch out, and he's probably about 5 miles.
Yeah,
about 5 miles from the house. So he pulls into a parking lot and just parks, and he's like, "Fuck." And back then, no one had cell phones.
It was like on one of those episodes from MASH where they're always coming back and they have to jump out. They're getting taken fire, so they have to jump out of the Jeep. And somehow the mortar.
Somehow the Jeep blows up or it flips over, and then they have to walk back. So he parks it in there, and he's like, "Well, you better start walking." And he walks about a mile
to the dairy.
Yeah, to that dairy, and it's what time is it?
Probably 1 in the morning, midnight.
Yeah,
1 in the morning.
No, I'd say 1 because it's 1 in the morning, and we're back at the party. We're thinking where'd Daniel go, and then that Theo's like, "Oh, he took that homegirl home, and he's blah blah." So I was like, "Yeah, I doubt it, but all right." And so he runs into a dairy and he sees some people out there drinking. So he's like, "Okay, I'll use the phone, get a ride home, call somebody, come pick me up." So he asked the people that live there, he's like, "Can I use your phone?" "Nope. Ain't happening." So he was 0 for 2 that night. And he walked all the way home. We waited till about 3 o'clock in the morning. We waited, and he finally came. It was early in the morning, and he wasn't a happy camper. he didn't get nothing, and
he got a workout.
Yeah, he got his steps in, but then he had to buy a new clutch for that truck.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that was one of many stories from Daniel. He might be heinous right now, but
for every story about, there's just one. For every story about one friend, there's a story for us, and so on and so forth. They all have them, but yeah. All right. Let's go ahead here, or we'll do an exit.
Yeah. So my brother's cheap ass iPhone's dying.
In my defense, we had a hectic day. Yeah.
Oh, before we exit, R.I.P.
Exit.
Huh?
We exited.
Before we end it.
Oh, I thought you were exiting.
Before we end it, R.I.P. DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, so I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we didn't have cable or satellite until we were about 17, 16?
Yeah, around there.
We just had regular TV, so you had to have your antenna plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, Daniel and Tony, their house was the only one that got channel 34. And only the real OGs know about channel 34. It's called The Box. And The Box it was like a ghetto version of MTV.
Mm-hmm.
So all it would show is music videos. So DMX back in, this was early 2000s? DMX, Lil Wayne.
But Lil Wayne was with the big time.
Big timers.
Nelly was big.
So we listened to all that music, and we listened to him, DMX a lot on that on The Box. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we just play music videos all day. It was a little staticky, but it would come in.
Yeah, vocals were clear.
Yeah.
All right, but like we said, we're gonna try to do it weekly again now that we're on a set schedule. Obviously, unless something happens, but should be going weekly. And if something does come up where we're not gonna do that, like something crazy where we're not gonna do the 4x4, I think I'm still gonna I don't know if you want to jump in or if you take the bike, but I think I want to do a marathon on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Then grab lunch in Farmersville at the La Mejor. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll post on the on Facebook and the Instagram. There's been some more followers. Thank you guys for the support. Appreciate it, man. Apologize again for jumping in it and then that break. We didn't, I underestimated some things, but we're back on track now.
Yeah. And
we'll just keep continuing to do them. And eventually, too, we want to get people here. And I guess it depends on what kind of topics we're going to cover. But if anybody's interested, too, give us shoot us a text or a message, and let's figure something out, work it out. We'll go on your guys' schedule if you want, if we can make it happen. And yeah, let's do it. So.
Yep, sounds good.
Anything else?
Hanish, whenever you watch it, message me. Give me some ideas.
Yeah.
Enjoy your criticism.
Yeah, everybody too. We that are posting, giving us pointers. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. We're still beginners in this realm, so
yeah, it's just gonna keep getting better. We're starting to have fun now. It's cool. We could joke around with you guys and just BS. So
yeah, it's cool too because when we were growing up, me and my brother, we were always with each other. Like it was very rarely where we were not like together.
Yeah.
Other than shitting and showering, it's cool just to get together, bullshit, because then we always talk beforehand, after, and it's a good time just to get together and bullshit and figure stuff out and talk amongst ourselves. So, but thanks again for all the support. Appreciate you guys, and until next time.
Everyone have a good week.
Later.
See ya.